Hi guys, hope you have a fantastic day. Well, today we are doing a little bit of the maintenance. So today we are gonna change the oil, we are gonna change the air filter and the fuel filter. And I know I already did the oil change the video by itself, so I'm gonna link that to the description below. But today I want to show you how to maintain your niva, how to change all the filters, how to look for bad stuff, what to check, what to look for when you are underneath the car. I'm gonna use a 2-post lift, but you can do it on jack stands. It's just a lot easier to work with something like this, trust me. And because it's a Niva, you really don't need jack stands as well. I changed the oil a couple of times on Niva. Just use a pan to catch all the oil, and be sure to have a big enough pan to catch all the oil, because it's not fun when it's starting to overflow. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Today we need to change everything and we need to show you how to maintain your Niva, and that's pretty much it. It's really cool and fun little video. So first we are gonna change the oil, and it's just gonna be a recap. If you want to see the full video, I will link it in the description below. So we just need to loosen the oil drain plug, then just release all the old oil, then put the bolt back in, then you just remove your old oil filter, clean everything, put new in, and then put the new oil in. So yeah, it's pretty much easy, but when you done that, we can talk about other stuff and why I'm mentioning oil filter. And I'm gonna put this liquid moly. It's a hydraulic lifter, oil lifter for the valves. It's just like additive, so the engine would, I'm hoping it's going to run smoothly. So I want to put this additive in because Niva is known to have the oil lifter ticking, and that's really annoying to me. So we're gonna see if this will help. I'm not having oil ticking at the moment, but I know it will start at some point. So I'm trying to prevent that and not to have an oil lifter ticking. So we're gonna see. So yeah, after we did all of this work, now we can replace the fuel filter. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so the new oil is in, and we are gonna see in the future if these things help or not. This is my first time using it, and my biggest question was when to put this in. And it's really not important. That's how people told me. You can put it before the oil change, after the oil change. You can just put it in when you starting hearing your oil lifters, in the middle of between the oil change. So this thing is like always good to put in. So we are gonna see. For now I'm gonna do it on the oil change. This is my first, so we are gonna see what will happen. I will let you know. So now we need to remove this bolt, we need to remove these two things, and then we can get to the fuel filter. So yeah, we're gonna be back in a minute. So the tire is removed, and now we have a 10mm bolt and we have two 10mm nuts. Then we can get to our fuel filter. So yeah, now we just need to remove this, and then we can start doing actual job. So let's go. Okay, so now we need the two wrenches. We need the 19mm and the 17mm, and I highly recommend to get this brake line wrench because it has so much more surface to grab on the nut, and it's gonna help you a lot not to strip it. So yeah, invest in this tool, trust me, it's a lifesaver. So now we just need to remove those two nuts, and then we can replace it. And the old one is out. Just remember which way to put the new one in. So flow is going in this way, so now we just need to use a new one and put it in. Okay, so now we have a new fuel filter, and one important thing is when you remove this cap, use this copper plate, copper washer, because if you lose this, then the fuel is going to leak, and that's really not a good thing. So just be sure that you have your copper washer inside, and now it's ready to be installed. Okay, everything is tightened in place. I put some paper towels just to see there is no leaks, and you can turn on the car. And just inspect a little bit for the leaks, and everything looks dry, so that's it. And the engine is running smoothly, so we will see what that additive will do, so I will keep you posted. Now it's time to do the air filter. Let's go. Okay, this is our air box, and you need a Phillips screwdriver, and you need to loosen up these 4 bolts, and then you can lift this lid up and replace your air filter. So yeah, it's pretty easy, but it's really important, so please replace it. It's inexpensive, and your Lada is going to breathe so much better. So yeah, just replace it. It's really not that hard. Okay, and now we take this, and that's it. This is your old one, and you can inspect if there is some dirt inside, and you can use a vacuum to clean this up. I will clean it and be back in a minute. Okay, now that is everything clean, we can take our new one and just put it in the place of the old one, and then we are done with the basic maintenance on Lada. It's really the same thing for any car, so just do it because your car is gonna run a lot smoother. So this is really a nice thing to do, and it's pretty easy. So I just push everything in place and tighten these bolts back down. Okay, so now when we did this maintenance, now I'm gonna show you what to look for in the Lada engine bay, and then what to look underneath the car and see if anything needs work. So yeah, let's go. Okay, we are in the engine bay, and what is else good thing to do is replace your spark plugs. But this is the original spark plugs that came from the factory, and in my experience, as long as they work good, my Lada now has 40,000 kilometers, and until they work good, I'm not gonna replace them. But if your Lada is running a little bit rough or something, change the spark plugs, and probably it's gonna be a lot better. So yeah, if you need to replace your spark plugs, see if your belts have nice tension. Then we go on the other side. I need to put the spare tire brake, but I'm gonna do that off the camera, so I'm not gonna bore you with the spare tire. When we go to the other side, you can check the antifreeze, and we're a little bit low. It's about here, and I like to be about halfway here, so I'm gonna top off the antifreeze. Check all your hoses. This everything I replaced, so everything is new here. Check your alternator belt, and it's tight just enough, and that's pretty much it in the engine bay. But of course, check for some leaks on the valve cover, on the head gasket. If you can see, always check it. But that's pretty much it what you need to do just so your Lada can be happy. So yeah, now we're gonna leave the car and see what we can find underneath. Okay, Lada is nice in the air, and I recommend you grab some light, and now let's see what we can find. And we are gonna start here on the gearbox, and we have some oil here, so probably there is a rear main seal leaking, but just a little bit. So for now I'm just gonna watch my oil level and to see if everything is good. There is some nasty things here, but no leaking. You want to see if your shock absorber is maybe leaking, if your tie rods are bad. This is all new. You can see all your ball joints if they have a tear in them, but this is, I replace everything, so to me everything is new. You want to check your brake lines to see there isn't cracks. If there is, replace them. And you want to see your CV boots, that they are complete, they didn't tear down or anything, because then dirt it can come in and then it's a mess. So yeah, just check everything nice and easily and see that there isn't any damage. And I can see here, and I replaced pretty much everything, so this is good. And you can check the front of the car, see there isn't any leaks on the oil pan, so this all looks really good. Okay, then when we check the gearbox, we move back to the transfer box, and I have a leak here, and now you can see that everything is greasy here because this seal is bad and it's just squirting oil all over it. So I need to replace this. And if you have Lada somewhere in the future or in the past, you had a bad differential seal here, so I need to replace this one as well. As you can see, it's leaking. But when we go to the tires, everything is good here and everything is good here. So now I'm gonna show you in the video how to replace this rear seal, and this seal is the completely identical to this one, so I'm just gonna show you one and then you will know how to replace it. Once again, you want to check the rear shocks, you want to check if the bushings are bad. They are starting to crack, but it's gonna be good for some while, but we are gonna replace this in the future as well. And if you have a bad handbrake, you can use a 13mm bolt and just tighten here this bolt, and then you tighten this to that nut so that it don't come loose. So you have a bad handbrake, just tighten it back here, and you tighten it about on 4 or 5 clicks. When you push your handbrake in the up position, about 4 and 5 clicks, it should be max, and then it should be really good. So yeah, one more thing to check is your drive shaft, to see there isn't any play in universal joints. On some Ladas you can grease them, on mine I don't have that. They're in between here, hard to reach, or they're here. So depends on what drive shaft you have. I just have a grease point here and the same on the other side. So yeah, just grease everything and it's gonna be a lot better. And that's pretty much it. So I do this every time I have an oil change, because I just want to be sure that everything is nice and that this Lada is good to drive. I just want to be sure, because I don't know why, but Lada have the reputation that it's unreliable, but to me it's really good car, and it has some quirks, but what car it doesn't? So just maintain it good and just enjoy it. Enjoy your Lada. That's what I'm trying to tell you, because everything I did to this car is on my YouTube channel in the daily Niva, so you can see how much work was. I didn't need to paint the whole car, I wanted it, so that's not something that you need to do. I just wanted it to look nice, so I paint my Niva. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I change my oil and oil filter every 7,500 kilometers, and every 15,000 kilometers I change the oil filter, air filter, fuel filter, and the new oil. So yeah, that's what I do to have my Niva in good condition. And to be honest, I really can't be sad. It's a good car and I love it. So that's it. I don't see it that much, but I love it. I am losing my car. It's using, my parents are using it, and for the stuff we do here, so I need to finish my Lada with the new engine to have a really cool car for daily driving. But this is just a workhorse and it's awesome, so I just enjoying this car so much. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Take care of yourself, take care of your Lada, and please like, share and subscribe, and guys, see you in the next video.